There's a specific kind of stuck that happens after you've found your training gaps. You can see what's wrong, something has to change, but none of the options feel obviously right. So nothing happens. This video is about getting unstuck from that. The thing that breaks it open is asking yourself the right questions, specific ones, about where your team's performance actually stands and what you need it to be. What reusable materials already exist and for what? And what you actually expect from your team in the real moments that happen in your business every day. When you can answer those honestly, the picture gets clear. Not all at once, but enough. Enough that the next step stops feeling like a guess. That's the moment. Which one becomes that one? Okay, I've got this. It's not that the problem got smaller. It's that you can see it clearly enough to walk toward it instead of standing still. Some owners get there eventually through trial and error, through fixing the wrong things first, through slow process of elimination. Nothing wrong with that path. It's just a long walk. I built a tool to make it shorter. It's called the Discovery Questions Guide, the same questions I ask at the start of every training audit I do. The first part is a scorecard. 4 questions about where staff performance actually is versus where you need it to be. And how much of your time is being absorbed by employees who are technically trained but still need you there as a safety net. Most owners find that gap is bigger than they thought, and that trained doesn't actually mean anything consistent in their business yet. The second part is a materials audit. What reusable training materials already exist in your business, and for which situations nothing exists at all? The list of what's missing is usually longer than people expect. That's not a failure. It's just what you're working with. The third part is a situational map. Every real moment in a workday, someone walking in, the phone ringing, something goes wrong, opening up, closing down, and what you actually expect from your team in each one. If most of it has never been written down, that's probably because it felt too obvious to say out loud. But obvious to me and clear to everyone are 2 different things. And this is usually where you find out how wide that gap actually is. The questions you need to ask are already written. There's also coaching inside the guide on how to read your own answers, not just what to ask, but what a thin answer usually means. You don't have to figure out what you're looking for. You just have to answer honestly. If your training situation feels like a wall with no obvious door, this is how you find it. Link is below.